Hello class. Today we're going to learn some simple genetics. But before we do, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you know that race has no biological basis? That's right. Race is simply a social construct. And today we're going to use some basic genetics to prove that. Now, this is a cell, a human cell. And as you learned before, every cell has a nucleus in it, which contains DNA. And DNA is split up into genes, or the code used to make proteins. And this is how proteins are made. First, a protein that's already been produced attaches to the double-stranded DNA, splits it up, and creates a mirror image called messenger RNA using the process of transcription. Once that a messenger RNA is made, it goes into the cytoplasm, and through the process of translation, a ribosome attaches to it. A ribosome is also a protein, and starts creating a polypeptide, which is basically just a chain of amino acids, and amino acids are what make up protein. And these proteins go all over the cell and are responsible for a myriad of functions. This protein that we're looking at lodges in the cell membrane, and the cell that we're talking about today is something called the melanocyte. The melanocyte is responsible for creating melanin, the pigment that determines the color of your skin, your hair, your eyes. And there's a protein in the cell membrane of the melanocyte called melanocyte 1 receptor, which determines the type of melanin that's released by the melanocyte. And the type of melanin released, whether it's dark or light, determines the color of your skin, your hair, your eyes. So the same process that determines the color of your skin determines the color of your eyes and hair as well. But we don't say that people with different hair color are of a different race. So why should we say that people of a different skin color are of a different race? There's no biological basis for it because the process is exactly the same. Now, we're going to split up into groups of 3 and go ahead and discuss how this genetic concept could be important in determining other things that we think of in life. And we'll come back together in about 5 minutes and discuss some of these. Okay, welcome back. So some of the other uses of genetics are things like understanding cancer, which basically happens when genes are mutated and cells are produced that are malignant. Another use of genetics is to, malignant just means that they are malfunctioning, they're not functioning right. Another use is identifying criminal suspects. Every human being has a different series of genes, very unique genes, and that can be used to identify a criminal. Another use is in evolutionary biology, which you can use genetics to determine the relationship between different species, such as a chimpanzee or a human. So now you know a little bit about genetics.